Stealing, theft, cop, illegal yoink. We've all done it. If you say you haven't done it, you are either lying or you're lying, because everybody's fucking stole once in their life, whether it's a candy bar when your parents aren't looking or a person when their parents aren't looking. Stealing is a part of growing up into others, a way of life. And I most definitely have had my fair share of experiences with the subject. One of my earliest memories as a kid was stealing from the grocery store and getting caught by my dad. I stole a SpongeBob Beanie Baby and one of those candy tubes that was basically just sugar in a fucking toothpaste container. I swear to God, I was addicted to those, because why the fuck else would I try to steal it? But my dad saw what I had in my hands, and he told my ass to go back in the store and put it back and apologize for stealing. He wasn't mad, he wasn't screaming, he just told me to do the right thing because it was the right thing to do. He would always try to tell me the right thing to do, but growing up we weren't really that well off, which meant stealing, even though my dad and my mom didn't like doing that very much, did it often than not. Most of the time it wasn't really stealing, more like switching tags of clothes to clearance options to get better prices, or skipping a couple high value items at the self-checkout. But watching them, it taught me a very important lesson. Stealing was not okay. So don't get caught. From then on, every time we went to the grocery store, I would steal something. A candy bar there, a bagel there, really just food. I got really good at it though. I knew the key to not getting caught was to not draw attention to yourself. And generally, people don't pay attention to anyone but themselves. Jackets with inside pockets became my best friend. I used to keep my phone in my pocket, so if I needed to quickly conceal an item, I just act like I was getting a text and switch it. I felt so badass. That's what got me addicted. I mean it when I say every time I went into the store, I stole something. A gas station, I stole something. I loved the rush of getting away with it. Fast forward a few years and I meet a girl who is just as into stealing as I am. But when I did grocery stores, she hit up the mall. We'd go on dates to the mall and she'd come out of it with like $200 worth of shit. And that's when I knew I was in love. Seriously, watching her work was so fun. Sometimes we'd come out of the store and I didn't even fucking witness the act. Like, yeah, I took some pins. I was drooling. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to romanticize thievery, but that shit was sexy. Eventually I turned 18, I knew I had to grow up. If I got caught, I would be in bigger trouble, and with my job and the environments I was trying to get out of, I knew I had to stop. So I stopped cold turkey and bought everything I needed, and if I couldn't afford it, that's it. I'm lame now. That's the end of the story.